I'm joined in Singapore by Vivek Vaidya. He's Director of Automotive and Transport Asia Pacific at Frost Sullivan. Morning, Vivek. Thanks for joining us. Well, how well did they do?
Yeah, I think Asian automakers on the whole have done pretty well. Subaru has clocked 40% increase. All Japanese automakers have increased their sales on YTD basis, and so have Koreans. So all in all, good performance by Asian automakers. I should also mention that Ford and GM has also done pretty well. So except for Chrysler, all automakers are on rise. All major automakers are on rise in US market.
Does that mean the US market, A, has turned the corner, B, that GM and Ford have also turned the corner?
That's right. I think Ford is another company to watch out for. They have got their product mix right. They have worked during the recession on their products. They have come up with, they're in a much more financially sound position than GM. So that's a company which will gain as the Asian automakers like Toyota lose sales. So I'm quite bullish about Ford.
So, but not so about GM so much. Walk us through that.
GM needs to get, GM's focus has been on multiple regions, multiple countries. So they're doing pretty well in China. They're doing pretty well in US. Ford has their job cut out for markets like China, markets like India. Now they have introduced a new model in India which is supposed to do well. So GM has emerged as a company which has more global outlook, and Ford has a little bit of catch up to do. But when it comes to markets like US, Ford has a little bit of edge over GM.
Let's talk about Toyota. You say it has problems ahead. Is this now down to more recalls? And it's surprising that it hasn't suffered quite the reputational damage that people had suggested. Why do you think that's the case, Vivek?
Yeah, there is a school of thought which says that Toyota has, there are large number of Toyotas on road and their vehicles are working perfectly all right. So there is some section of people who believe that Toyota is made a victim. So there would be some support to Toyota, but as you see the May sales figures, it's sort of tapering down. They would face the brunt of what has happened. They would face the brunt of recalls, and we foresee that next few months would be a choppy road ahead for Toyota.
Very quickly, Vivek, many people, well, at least two analysts I've talked to, are suggesting that when we look ahead, the luxury side of things is going to outperform the standard, if you like, car makers or cars looking ahead in the US. Do you agree with that?
See, luxury segment is a bit it works differently. Even in cases of recession, the luxury segment doesn't really get impacted. But now that the things are on rise, in terms of percentage increases, luxury will always outperform. Mind you, this is always on a lower base, and if you just look at the percentage increase, luxury will outperform the normal standard mass car range. That's right.
Vivek, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Vivek Vaidya
so
from Frost & Sullivan.